In terms of this episode, I got to say it was way more focused. You do have the A plot and the B plot, but for sure we will get to the A plot being of Hawks and Twice in a moment. The B plot being what continue on from last episode. This time, I have RivenWarlock with me.
Hello.
So, when it comes down to the beginning of the episode, we do get to see the continuation of the creative scene that Charge Bolt, basically just taking all the electricity to himself.
Taking it on and letting all the heroes do their thing.
Well,
Headshot taking out all the enemies.
Yeah, headshot, just one-shotting them, that's... Dang, I can't really come up with a pun for that. Anyway, then we see Midnight just knocking the most out with the assistance of the two characters from Class 1B, if I'm not mistaken. Mudman
and the Shroom Girl.
Yeah, Mushroom Girl. Mushroom Girl menacing as usual. After this, before we get to the A plot, there was stuff with Tokoyami and Fat Gum. They're basically working together, which also brings to the fact that the villain, one of them were running down to Redestro, just telling him, hey.
He was so happy.
Yeah, he was so happy. He was just like, hey, what's going on?
Completely unstressed.
And then all of a sudden, stress.
Yeah.
Which brings into Tokoyami's Dark Shadow encountering him.
Which was pretty cool.
The
And also encountering the big guy.
Yeah, the one that's just asleep for now. But that means that the heroes have to hurry up and capture him before he gets his orders.
Which we'll get to eventually.
Yeah, they'll get to it eventually, but the heroes have the upper hand for sure. Which leads into Hawks and Twice. That...
One of the most important scenes ever. Twice's end.
Leading up to that, Twice laments the fact that this is the second time he brought in someone that screwed them over. Because it implies that Twice brought in Hawks.
He holds on a lot of that stuff onto him. He believes that he got close to Hawks and didn't see the betrayal coming.
Because in the season 4, they lost 2 characters.
Right.
So, yeah, he holds himself because he brought him along. In this one, he told Hawks the plan and didn't think much of it. And now, the consequences, all of the villains are basically getting rounded up, which causes Sad Man's Parade to be created.
And taken care of quickly.
Well, Hawks was aware of it.
He was definitely ready for it.
But even then, he had to at least do damage to Twice to the point where he can't, like, go nuts with his ability and keep him from not... basically immobilize him, but not kill him. At least not yet. It's not until Dobby comes into the picture where everything just gets thrown to fucking hell.
Right.
Because as Hawks puts it, it's a bad matchup. Hawk's ability cannot fight Dobby's fire ability. They're incompatible in the sense of fighting. So Dobby, having the advantage, tries to roast him. That doesn't work. And sadly for Twice was not a bad man. He was actually the better...
He's one of the better souls within the villains, but still a villain. He cared about his fellow allies very deeply.
Yeah, which, unfortunate for him, Hawks was already put in a position where if he lets Twice out,
He has to kill him.
It brings you into the question of whether or not he should knock them out or kill them.
Yeah.
Killing is probably the last resort. But perhaps Hawks saw this as he saw Twice as dangerous.
Most certainly.
Villain who doesn't give up, who has a strong will. I mean, that's dangerous.
It definitely is.
So,
Sad Man's Parade is a threat unto its own.
I mean, it can topple a nation on its own. So, yeah. Even if each one is weaker, it's like you're getting overwhelmed. Nah, poor Twice. I honestly hate to see him be gone for good.
Yeah, he was one of the better characters in the show.
And then his goodbye to Toga.
Very strong goodbye, yeah.
Because at that point, his real body's dead, and he knows it.
Yep, so he's just leaving on his last thoughts.
Which, end the episode with that, with Toga having to thank him for helping, leaving him at the very least with a good note.
A good feeling goodbye, yeah.
We know that the next episodes, the League of Villains are gonna take this way seriously.
Yep, everything's gonna flip.
But overall, a very strong episode. Still pretty high up there with the others.
Not too bad, not too shabby.